Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever dreamed of making money while you're not working? I mean, really earning an income while you're on vacation, hanging out with your family, or literally while you're sleeping? It sounds kind of like a fantasy, right? Well, today we're diving into the very real, very achievable world of affiliate marketing. And trust me, it all starts with a feeling that's just electric.
So get this. This is a real quote from a blogger the moment she saw the notification for her very first affiliate sale. That crazy underwear-clad dash down the stairs, that's the feeling we're chasing here. It's that thrill of seeing a system you actually built start to work for you. Look, this isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about creating something that earns for you 24/7 no matter what you're doing.
So what exactly is this system? Honestly, at its core, affiliate marketing is just a fancy way of doing something you probably already do every single day, recommending stuff you love. Seriously, think about it. You tell your friend about a great new restaurant or a book you couldn't put down. Well, affiliate marketing is the exact same thing, but with a little twist. When that friend makes a purchase through a special link you give them, you get a little kickback, a commission. It is literally that simple.
Okay, but let's be super clear about the goal here, because there's a big difference between a side hustle and what we're talking about. A side hustle, that's active work. It's like baking cookies to sell. You're trading your time directly for money. The moment you stop baking, the money stops coming in. Simple as that. But passive income, that's different. That's about building an asset. Think of it like owning a vending machine. You put in the work up front to set it up and stock it, but then it just works for you. It keeps selling those snacks even when you're not there. That's the goal.
All right, so how does this whole thing actually work? Like, how does the money get from a customer's wallet into your bank account? Well, it all comes down to a surprisingly simple little ecosystem with just 3 key players.
First up, you've got the seller, also called the merchant. That's the person or the company that actually made the product. Then there's you, the star of the show, the affiliate. You're the one who's going to promote it. And finally, there's the consumer. This is the person who clicks your link and makes the purchase. These 3 are the whole shebang.
So what's the magic glue holding this all together? It's your unique affiliate link. It's not as complicated as it sounds. When someone clicks that link, a tiny little tracking file, it's called a cookie, gets placed on their computer. All that cookie does is tell the seller, hey, this person came from your recommendation. So when they finally buy something, even if it's days or weeks later, that cookie makes sure you get the credit. And then boom, the commission is automatically sent your way.
Okay, so you've got the basics down. But here's the thing. Not all affiliate marketing is created equal. Not by a long shot. How you get paid, and this is the really important part, how you build trust with your audience, it all comes down to the strategy you pick. So let's break them down. First things first, let's talk about how you actually get paid. The most common way is what's called pay per sale. You get a cut, a percentage, of whatever the person buys. This can be anywhere from a few percent for stuff on Amazon, all the way up to 50%, or even more for digital things like software or courses. Then there's pay per lead, where you get a flat fee, say $25, just for getting someone to sign up for a free trial. And you might see pay per click, but honestly, that one's kind of fading out. It pays pennies for a click, so yeah.
All right, now for the actual strategies. A super successful affiliate marketer named Pat Flynn breaks it down into 3 types, and this is brilliant. The first one is called unattached. Think of yourself as just a billboard. You're running ads for a product you've never used, you have no connection to it. It's kind of low effort, sure, but because there's zero trust or authority there, it's really hard to make it work. Next up is strategy number 2, related. Now this is where you already have an audience in a specific area. Let's say you're a big-time photography blogger. You could recommend a new camera lens that you've heard good things about, even if you haven't actually used it yourself. You've got the credibility for sure, but you're playing with fire a little bit. You're risking your audience's trust if that product ends up being a dud. And finally, we get to the third and honestly the most powerful approach by far, involved. This is the real deal. This is where you only recommend products you have personally used, tested, and genuinely love. Your recommendation isn't just a guess. It comes from actual real-world experience. And that authenticity, that builds an insane amount of trust, which, guess what, leads to the highest sales and the most stable long-term income. This is the one you want to aim for.
All right, so you get the theory. You're sold on being an involved affiliate marketer. Awesome. But where the heck do you actually start? Well, it boils down to a pretty straightforward 5-step action plan. Now, this is where that upfront work comes in, the grind, you know? This is you building that vending machine. Step 1, choose your niche. Pick something you're actually passionate about, please. Step 2, build your platform. A simple blog on WordPress is usually the best place to start. Step 3, join affiliate networks. Think Amazon Associates, Share a Sale. That's where you find the products. Step 4, and listen, this is the big one. You have to create amazing content. And finally, step 5, sprinkle your affiliate links in where they make sense.
So what does amazing content even mean? Well, think about what people actually search for. In-depth reviews, those build massive trust. Best of lists and those product A versus product B comparison posts, those are gold because they attract people who are already ready to buy. How-to guides are great because they show how a product solves a real problem. And hey, even a simple resources page that just lists all the tools you personally use and love can be a huge winner.
Okay, following that 5-step plan will absolutely get you in the game. But if you want to really succeed, if you want to get that edge, you need to start thinking like the top earners. And it turns out they all have a few key secrets in common.
Secret number 1 might surprise you. Radical transparency. Yes, the law, the FTC, says you have to disclose that you might earn a commission, but this is so much more than just following the rules to stay out of trouble. Being totally upfront with your audience, that builds honesty. People respect it. And that trust, it is without a doubt your single most valuable asset.
Secret number 2 is all about understanding a powerful little principle that applies to pretty much everything in business and honestly in life. You might have heard of it. It's called the 80-20 rule.
Here's how it works. The rule basically says that roughly 80% of your results are going to come from just 20% of your effort. For affiliate marketing, that means a tiny handful of your articles are probably going to generate almost all of your income. So maybe you find that your one post on the best camera for beginners is driving most of your sales. Well, your job is to identify that winning post and then double down on it. Update it every single year, make a video about it, promote the heck out of it. Focus on what's working.
And secret number 3. You've heard this before, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Seriously, relying only on, say, Google search traffic is super risky. One little algorithm update from them can wipe out your business overnight. The pros? They build a presence everywhere. They've got the blog for search traffic, a YouTube channel for visual demos, an email list so they can talk directly to their biggest fans, and social media to build a community. Each one protects and supports the others.
And this might be the most important secret of them all. You have to obsess over this one question. What is the intent of your audience? Think about it. Is someone searching for funny cat videos, or are they searching for Sony camera versus Canon camera review? One person is looking for entertainment, the other is looking for a solution and is probably ready to buy something. When you create content that matches the intent of a buyer, you make sales without ever having to feel like a sleazy salesperson.
So just remember this. Every single piece of high-quality, genuinely helpful content you create is an asset. It's like a tiny digital employee that works for you around the clock 24/7 for years to come, generating that income while you sleep. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create first?